Okay, my YouTube should be starting up here in a few seconds. Let's see if the audio is coming through. Testing the audio. Okay, my YouTube should be starting up here. There we go. We got audio. We got Facebook live streams. If you would like to join me on Facebook, on YouTube, you can come right over here to my YouTube channel. So let me go grab that for you and drop it in the chat. Let me find it. That's not it. Let me go over to this window here and we'll grab the YouTube channel. Okay. And I'll drop it in the Facebook live stream here. So if you're watching on Facebook, then you can come on over and watch me on YouTube. Let's go ahead and get my other Facebook going. Okay, let's go over here and drop this link in here. Okay, there's the live right there. Facebook going. And let's drop that link in there. And then let me get the other live stream here. Okay, almost there. Okay, there we go. Okay, so welcome to Video Marketing Mastery. Let me make sure I'm looking at the right screens here. There we go, just like that. Okay, so I just finished my 9 a.m. boot camp session. And you're going to hear about the boot camp session here inside of this presentation. So this is an open presentation. Actually, let me go over here and get my community going. I almost forgot about my community. Let me go over here and get my live stream going inside the community. Let me refresh the screen and go to the 10 a.m. Oh, no, not that one. Wrong day. All right, let me refresh the screen here. Go to events. Come on, computer. I'm live streaming so much, my internet's just dying out. Okay, let's go live here inside the community. And let me share my screen. Connecting. Come on. There it is. Okay, and let me share this window over here with audio. There we go, we're ready. All right, welcome to Video Marketing Mastery Preview. This is all about creating documentary style video for marketing your business. So let's just check the audio one more time over here on YouTube. There we go, we're ready. Okay, that is working. So if you are a business owner and you want to take your video marketing to the next level, then this is what you need to be doing. So let me jump right into the presentation here. So most business owners find that video doesn't work for them. And the reason it doesn't work is because you're not doing it correctly. So I'm going to tell you what actually works. So let's define the problem. The problem is not the camera, and it's not you. It's the approach that you're using. So question for you is, are you standing out from the crowd? Well, you can see this guy here on the screen. He's definitely standing out in the crowd. And the reason he's doing so is because he's unique. He's not like everyone else. See all these clones in the background, these AI clones? That's what you do not want to do. There's a sea of sameness out there. Everybody's using AI fakes, AI deep fakes, AI clones, AI twins. And that's not going to get you anywhere with your video marketing. And this is a quote I pulled several years ago. And it says that experts predict that 90% of online content could be AI generated by 2026. Well, that is definitely the case. The proof is all around us. 85% of businesses that use video say that it has directly boosted their sales. So the question I have for you is, have you ever bought something because of a video? Well, I certainly have. So warning, before we get started, I want to make some disclaimers and let you know kind of what's going to happen. So I'm going to share some information with you today about video marketing that will change the way you see it for the rest of your life. And just by watching this presentation, you're going to be far ahead of your competition. You are currently operating from what you know. And that's the problem. Anyone can use this information that I'm giving you, and I'm not even charging you for it. But I will be making you a special offer at the end of this presentation. So I've invested over $300,000 in my career, and I've learned all this information over that 2-decade plus time. And today I'm giving you this information that will change your life. So before I jump in, I'd like to invite you to get my free book called The Video Secret Weapon, 21 Strategic Ways to Grow Your Business with Your Smartphone. If you scan this code, then you can download it for free. I also would like to tell you about some software that I wrote called DocuFlow. It's an AI-assisted documentary-style video editing software. And I wrote it with AI, and it uses AI to kind of catalog and find all the important clips for you to create videos faster. So today I'm going to make you an offer, and this information that I'm teaching you today is easily worth $1,000, but I'm not charging you for it, like I said. And I'm going to make you an offer at the end for $97 a month, but I'm not even going to charge you that, because I'm going to give you a special price of $47 a month because I'm running a founder special, and you can cancel at any time. So right now you are creating videos or not based on your current skill level and what you currently know. So the question I have for you is, do you see value in improving your skill level and effectiveness with video marketing for your business? And most likely you said yes. And if you do improve your skill, what do you think would predictably happen in your business? Then you probably would say you're going to get more business. And that's the correct answer. So what I'm going to share with you today is like a superpower. And sometimes I wear my Superman shirt. I should have put it on underneath so I could show it. But this is what you're going to have. You're going to have a superpower like Superman after this presentation. So this circle represents all the knowledge of the world, which AI has, by the way. And then this green slice is what you know. And then the purple slice represents what you know you don't know. And then the yellow slice represents what you don't know that you don't know. So for instance, you know how to cook a meal for yourself, possibly, or at least make a sandwich. The purple is what you don't know. So maybe you don't know how to fly a plane, but you know that. Over here is what you don't know that you don't know. So you don't even know enough to ask the questions. And that's true with AI. If you don't know what to ask, then you can't get the right information. So there's a bunch of gurus out there like Tony Robbins and Anik Segal and Russell Brunson and a whole bunch of other people that claim to be AI experts, and they're going to teach you how to clone yourself and make digital twins and use mind control to sell things. Well, that's the wrong direction, okay? And I'm going to prove it to you by the end of this presentation. Also, they're all telling you a big lie that AI is going to give you back 20 hours a week and you're going to be able to spend more time with family and friends. Well, it's the same lie they told us in '65 when the computers came out, and they said, oh, we're going to have 20-hour work weeks because we're going to be so productive. Well, how many hours a week are you working? Because I know I'm working more than 20 hours a week. So AI is certainly productive. I use it every single day. In fact, I have social media posts right now going out during this presentation that are created with AI. So I use AI all the time. But it's not going to give you time back in your life. You can give yourself time back in your life right now if you just decide to do it. So there's a movie out there called Blade Runner. The original came out in 1982. And in this movie, it talked about replicants and how these robots were better than human. And it's really hard to tell a replicant from a real human. Now, they didn't quite get it right because in this movie, it was based in the year 2019. And you can see the picture of the robots here that we currently have. And they're not quite realistic yet. Sophia is probably one of the most realistic ones, but it's still clearly a robot, right? So they made another movie called Blade Runner 2049 in 2017. And in this movie, they're predicting that by 2049, we're going to have more advanced replicants and hologram advertising and AI assistants and girlfriends. Well, we already have those. We don't have to wait till 2049. The internet is full of these sexy girls that want to be your girlfriend, and they're totally fake. It's some dude in his basement making them, making millions of dollars off these other desperate dudes. Okay, it's pretty funny. OnlyFans girls are being put out of work by AI techie guys sitting in their basement. So there's this famous video that went viral, and it's the Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt fight on the roof. And if you haven't seen it, go ahead and, look it up on YouTube. You can find it. And Hollywood's in an uproar because it looks pretty darn real. So the point is now we can create very realistic, video and photos of people that we know or people we don't know. But I'm not going to play this video because YouTube will give me a ding. So I'm going to advance past it. But you can find this video online. Okay, so let me introduce myself. My name is Wayne the Wizard Wallace. I've been a photographer for over 2 decades. I have my master's in documentary film editing, and I have a passion for helping business owners. And it's my mission to help business owners make more sales using authentic video, real video, not AI video. So here's some statistics that I pulled off the internet about why you should be using video. I'm not going to read all these. You can read them. It's obvious. You need to be using video. So if you're convinced that you need to create video, the next question is, what kind of content do I want to create? Well, these are all the different types of content right here. You can create entertaining videos, like dance videos. My feed is full of dancing girls, okay? I'm not going to do dancing girl videos or dancing guy videos, and you're not either, I assume. You can do educational videos, like teaching people. Those are okay. You can do prank videos. Those are not good. They're not going to get you anywhere. You can do podcasts. Those are kind of educational of a sort. But most of the time they're boring because it's just 2 people on a Zoom talking, and nobody wants to watch that. You can do selfie videos like a lot of real estate agents do, like I'm doing right now on Facebook. I'm doing a live stream. I'm doing a selfie video. That's one type of video you can create. And then AI fakes. You can create goofy images and goofy videos of cats shopping in a pumpkin patch or cats cooking Chinese food, but it's not really going to do anything for your business. And you can turn yourself into a superhero, but what's that going to do for your business? I mean, it's fun for one little slide or something like that, but other than that, it's not really useful. So Gary Vaynerchuk, Mr. Marketing guy, says that you need to create 8 to 15 pieces of content daily, or 80 to 100 if possible. So he says you cannot put out too much content. And I agree with him, because the internet doesn't charge you to put content out. They don't charge you and they don't limit you. You can put out as much content as you want. They want you to. So currently, I am posting 3 times a day on all social media platforms, both graphics and videos. And I've got over 1,000 posts scheduled right now. And like I said, during this presentation, there'll be posts going out. So, and I'm continuing to add more. Like, I'm not stopping because I already have 1,000 posts scheduled. I'm coming up with new ideas to post more stuff. And you can do this too. And I'm not going to play Gary's video. Okay, Annex Gal says the only way for you to post that much content is to create a digital clone of yourself. And that's what he did here. And his clone looks great. His whole YouTube channel is full of his clone. But it's only good if you're selling AI software like he is, right? It's not really good for your business. And I'm not going to play his because it's not really that good. Okay, so I'm going to advance past this. Okay, so we're in this point in time where when we go online, we have to ask ourselves, is this real or is this AI? And sometimes it's hard for me to tell. It really just kind of depends on certain factors in the video. Now, it looks impressive, but it feels fake. However, on the other hand, documentary style, which is what we're talking about, feels human, feels authentic, and it builds trust with your viewers. Which one do you want? Do you want something that looks good or not and feels fake? Or do you want something that feels human and authentic and builds trust with your viewers? I think the latter. So the problem with all this other type of content that I talked about is it's basically one-time use video. You got to create it and then post it, and create new stuff and post it, and create new stuff and post it. You don't get any reuse out of it unless you just want to repost it, right? It's not good for your business. And it induces mindless scrolling. If you've never seen the Social Dilemma documentary that came out in 2020, I would highly recommend watching it. And after watching it, you'll understand what I mean. This mindless scrolling and this garbage content is only feeding the big tech ad machine. So when you're scrolling on your phone, you're going to see an ad all the time. The more you scroll, the more ads you see. And since big tech knows all about us, they know what we like, what we don't like. If we click on something, if we hover on something too long, they're collecting all that data. And then they can feed us the ads that we want. So the only thing you're doing by creating all this crap content is feeding the big tech ad machine. You're not helping yourself, you're helping them. And it keeps people addicted to scrolling. That's why you see people scrolling and scrolling all the time. These apps, these social media apps have been designed to keep you addicted. just like a Vegas slot machine. I live in Vegas. I've been to the casino. I watch people sit there and feed money into the machine. And they think, I'm going to win. But they don't win. They may win a little bit, but overall, they don't win. So I love this quote by Michael Margolis. He says, the stories we tell literally make the world. If you want to change the world, you need to change your story. And that's what we're talking about. We're talking about creating storytelling videos. So we're going to go back in time and take a look at how video started. Video started back in 1910 or thereabouts with Theodore Roosevelt inspecting the troops. And they captured him doing this on video. Now, back then, it was called actuality video. But nowadays, we call it documentary video. You can use the terms interchangeably. I do. Sometimes I call it actuality footage or documentary style footage. I think actuality is a better word, actually, because it's showing actually what's happening, right? Documentary is the assembly of all the footage. So they were popular back in the 1800s to the 1900s, and they were short because it was expensive. So now what are we doing? We're creating shorts, but we need to be creating documentary style shorts with actuality footage. So why do you want to do this? Because storytelling is a lot better than advertising. Storytelling is going to engage people and make them love you. Advertising is going to repel people. Just like I didn't want to watch those other videos, right? Because they're repelling. So the solution is documentary style videos. So when I say documentary style, people think, oh, do I have to create a 2-hour movie? No. It's the style of editing. It's not the length of the video. And the reason that you want to use this style of editing is because you tell compelling stories. They're authentic and engaging. They attract your ideal client. They build trust with transparency. They create loyal followers. And at the same time, you're building a library of go-to footage that you can use over and over and over and over. So you're not wasting your time. That's one of my biggest pet peeves. I hate wasting my time. There's only so many hours in a day, and I use every single minute of those hours productively. And you should too. So the benefits of documentary style videos for marketing are these. I'm not going to read them all to you, but if you go read a book from a marketing guru, like an older book, it's going to say you need to do all this. These documentary style checks all the boxes. So I'm going to play this video. It's my video, so I can play it. And it's about Anthony the photographer going to photograph the Eiffel Tower at dawn. And this was part of my master's program. And we were given about an hour's worth of video, different clips, different interviews, and we were asked to make a story. So I created this little 1 minute and 30-second story. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play this, and I'm going to have to turn off my microphone while I play it so we don't get some double feedback. So let me get it started. My internet's kind of slow. It's asking me to verify myself. which I really shouldn't have to do, but come on. Once you start doing the streaming stuff on 3 different devices, your internet seriously slows down. But it'll come back here eventually. Okay, almost there. Actually, 4 different streams I'm doing. I forgot about my community. Okay, let me. Okay, let me stop my mic.
It's one of the most stunning views of any city you'll ever see, and that's what makes Paris so special. Most of the photographs taken by the general populace is full of tourists. One of the benefits of going out at dawn is there's nobody out, and you can take these stunning pictures in great light without loads of people in it. In places like this, they're just set up so beautiful. You have such a small window, I mean, not just the light. You want the best shots, you gotta do before the bus loads of tourists get here. The color coming in is just crazy, man. It's gonna get really good. We gotta go quick. We're at the Trocadero, getting the classic Paris view. This whole area was planned for people to take pictures right from this spot. There's even an X on the ground there, in tape, shoot from here. You can't come to Paris and not take this shot. I wanted to get a bit higher. Okay, we gotta move. Oh, baby. This is really excellent. Picture perfect. We got all our shots this morning, and just in time. Get here before the tourists and the pocket cameras. That's what it's all about.
All right. So that's a little simple story about Anthony going to the Eiffel Tower. Now, like I said, this edit was from an hour's worth of footage, but I only used 1 minute and 28 seconds of that footage to tell this story. I could cut other stories from that same footage. So it's very reusable. Even the same exact footage I used could be used in another story that had a different spin. So let's continue. So people often ask me, well, Wayne, what about shorts? Shorts are so popular. Well, no problem. We just make a shorter version and we crop it vertically. So let me play this one for you. This is Anthony getting ready in the morning for his photo shoot, and he likes making coffee.
If I have 5 hours sleep and my alarm goes off, I'm up. And then the alarm goes off, I'm like, boom! I'm up because I know I'm gonna have a cup of coffee, which I love having my coffee in the morning. I mean, who doesn't? For coffee drinkers, like that coffee is just like, the smell of coffee, you know, it's so sensual. And, you know, you get it in you and it's just so practical. And then I'm off. I don't find it that hard getting out of bed. I don't find it that hard. I don't find it that hard getting out of bed. If I had 5 hours sleep and my alarm goes off, I'm up. And then the alarm goes off, I'm like, boom! I'm up because I know I'm gonna have a cup of coffee, which I love having my coffee in the morning. I mean, who doesn't? For coffee drinkers, like that coffee is like, the smell of coffee. You know, it's so sensual. And you know, you get it in you, and it's just so practical.